Hi, Simon here, the Family Estate Planner. Well, just wanted to hop on here real quick and explain to you an area with will writing which people normally find quite alarming when I first explain it to them. Now, when I go and see a couple for the first time about writing their will and what they want to do with their estate, what they normally say to me is, Simon, we want our estate to pass to each other on first death and after that to pass on to the children. Now, sadly, with a standard basic will, whilst the estate might reach the surviving spouse, there are cases where it may not reach the children whatsoever. And unfortunately, whilst this area is unknown of, the solution is so straightforward. I'm going to show you in 30 seconds exactly what you can do to make sure your estate does pass to each other and then that it definitely gets to your children. Okay, so let's imagine a situation where I go and see Jim and June to do their will. Jim and June are married and they've got 2 children. And what they say is they want to leave their estate up here, which is the house, the pension, everything like that. They want to leave it to each other and then to the children. Now let's imagine that Jim dies. June now, obviously, as they wanted, gets all of the estate. And then Jim was hoping that after that would go to the children. Well, let's imagine a few years down the road, June actually remarries. I know we like to think we're replaceable, but June's got to get on. So she's now married to Jack. Jim's well out of the picture. And as we say, normally people do a will to each other and then to the kids. Well, let's imagine June then dies. Jack has now got all of Jim's estate that he left June. He's now got all of June's estate. Now, is Jack going to be very nice here and look after Jim and June's children, even though he doesn't have to? Maybe, maybe not. So we could have a situation here where the estate wanted to go to the children, but it goes to Jack and it goes to Jack's children, and Jim and June's children down here end up with absolutely nothing. So here's the solution on how we can make sure the assets will go to the children in any situation. Now, go and see Jim and June, and rather than just having a standard will, what we do is we split their assets right down the middle, 50-50, and rather than take a will leaving everything to each other and then to the kids, what we'll do is we'll direct the assets into what's called a family trust. And we'll do one for Jim, and we'll do one for June over here. Okay, so this is the family trust. So in the situation again, Jim dies, he's dead, we've directed his assets into the family trust. Now the trust will have beneficiaries, which, not surprisingly, will be June and also the children. But that means that once it's in the trust, this is then a protection on all the assets. So when June remarries to Jack, June's got full use of the assets, but Jack can't actually receive them because they're held within a trust. So that means when June dies, the family trust then leaves it to the children. And that's just one situation where a standard will on its own actually leaves the estate very vulnerable to attacks. There are another 4 key threats which we can protect against, which I haven't got time to go through fully in this video. But if you leave me your email address, contact details, I'll send you over all the information so you know exactly how you can protect your estate.